All right. So if you guys would like to join me, I'm going to do an invocation, a prayer to set the space for our time together today. Franzie is going to do a little bit of nursing on his bed. So he wants to connect too. That's what he does when he wants to connect. All right. If you are driving, no worries. You can just listen in. And if you are in a comfortable, safe space to be able to close your eyes and have a comfortable seat, I encourage you to do so. And take a few divine breaths with me. 3 breaths filling the belly first, and then allowing the breath to fill all the way up to the heart. We come together with our hearts open wide to receive all the light that we can possibly receive, to be able to be the channels for light, to be able to allow Spirit to move through us and be the showers, the ones who light the way, to shine our lights in this plane. We are grateful for this opportunity to join our lights together, because we know that as we do this, the light grows exponentially. And as we do this, and we place our awareness upon our divinity, that we heal any aspects that may be in the experience of lack. Any place where there may be an orientation to fear, to scarcity. We hold the space and the light of the only truth, abundance, unconditional love. We welcome into this space benevolent beings of the spirit realm, all high order light beings who would be able to inform and attune us in this session. I offer my mind, body, and spirit, my crown, my third eye, my throat, and my heart, to be able to be a channel for healing energy, for illumination, resonance, wisdom, and consciousness. I speak these words upon all of us, that we hold open our receiving centers, that we stand in allowance as we understand our greatness, as we identify with the will of the One. And we do have present many, many guides, archangels, benevolent, ultradimensionals, many past loved ones and ancestors. Many stand behind you and beside you with their hands upon your shoulders. Many stand over you with their hands cupped in the shape of a bowl as the light pours down and they conduct it into your being and into my being. And we join together and receive this miraculous energy. The energy that creates worlds. And I make a special invitation to Archangel Uriel, who has been offering his wisdom, his powerful energy for this particular session. Greetings, Lightworkers Lab. Indeed, you are workers of the light. Feel into this heart, this precious oracle that you behold in your physical bodies. This feeling that you feel, the pumping, the pumping. This is the representation of your truth. Light. Pure creator essence. This is what you came upon this experience to show the world, to vibrate to the knowing, to the perfect awareness of the highest truth, to be awakened in the state of physicality. Glory, glory, we say. How glorious it is to be awakened in the physical state, to be the physical state and allow it to be the tool of consciousness for expansion. Your service is to the all, to the universe, to that which you may identify as God. You are the expression of Prime Creator. As an expression of Prime Creator, you are the perfect essence. As your sacred text says, created in the image of. It is more than just an image. It is exactitude. And so be creators. Feel inside of your essence and know that everything that you need, everything that you desire, it is in this moment. It isn't something that you have to mine. It is. The wisdom that you hold in your DNA, in the body, and of course, in the matrix of the mind, and in the infinity of the spirit. It is available to you in every single moment for you to allow, nay, draw upon, allow. Grant your light to the world, but above all, grant your light to yourself. You have been a good and faithful servant, going out into this existence and experiencing the contrast. And now it is time to allow your awareness to exist primarily in the awakened state. You have permission. The permission is granted by you. You are the inspirers. You are the sparks of this humanity, of this race. You connect with one another. You connect with elements of nature and with animals and with the seas and with the mountains, and you feel the illumination and the resonance. It resounds inside the core of your being. It spills out of your mouth and it is taken in through your ears and eyes, and it is given back in accord once again. This reality, this is the only reality. This experience that the conventional experience of human collective unconsciousness would tell you that it isn't the real experience. That is untrue, and you are truth. You are inspiration. You are illumination. You walk into spaces and it changes because you are a spark of light in the darkness. As Archangel by the name of Uriel, I am known as the one who oversees transformation. This word in your language, transformation, seems to be heavy, grand. But in truth, it is orientation. It is a pivot. And in this moment, you can transform by the subtlest of orientations, by the subtlest of pivots in the intention and awareness. Again, this subtlety of action. It isn't subtle in the universe. It is a concentrated laser beam, the intention that you hold. And you don't have to be perfect as you hold intention and awareness. Perfection was never your intention. Your intention was only to have remembrance of the truth of who you are. And so in this moment, if you call it transformation, if you call it shift, we see it as be. And you are being. This is what you call yourself, and it cannot be escaped because it is the truth of who you are. You are being. And now we will shift to informing our channel by way of mediumistic messaging, and she will continue this teaching. Be now. When you have moments of feeling the awareness of lack, scarcity, strife, the simplicity of this conundrum is that your awareness has been placed upon the effect and the effectual plane. And this is a very simple toggle from effect to cause. This is a universal energetic law. There is a cause and there is an effect. The beauty of you is that the causal plane is inside of you. That which Uriel was just pointing us to, the feeling of the pumping of the physical heart, which points us to the energetic heart, the spiritual heart. That is where the causal plane is. Of course, this informs the emotional body and the thinking mental body. But we can put the feeling, the creator power, essence of that heart center as the master of the emotional body and the mental body. That is the causal plane. That is the causal mechanism. And so you can orient to that at any time. Our physical world, the collective unconsciousness, the ego, that which is trained upon scarcity, lack, problems. It doesn't like subtlety. It likes to hammer nails. It likes to shoot guns. It likes to build homes. And it likes to have surgeries of the medical field. Some of these things are beautiful, and it depends on how you use these tools, of course. But how the tools, those are all effects, actually. So how those all came to be, whether they are utilized as tools that are, as we might say, positive or negative, they still started with a cause, with the intention. And so at any time, you can shift that. And so here is a tip, how you can use something that is an outward action to help shift the inward awareness. And it is that when you are finding yourself in the experience of problem, lack, scarcity, fear, whatever is the contrasting emotion to perfect unconditional love, there's a bit of a trick, there's a bit of a hack that I'm going to tell you about right now. And that is, look at the experience, the feeling or the awareness that you are abiding in at the time, the effect, and do a sort of inversion of it, and then take action the opposite direction. By that I mean, if you are feeling as though you are in need of help, for example, I need help, I don't have the money, there aren't enough time, there aren't enough hours in the day, I don't have the resources, I don't have the freedom. Then, if you need help, turn that inside out and find a way to joyfully be of service. This is how linear and how literal the universe is. This is how energy works. So if you need help, you activate the energy joyfully of help by being of service to someone in the way that you can. Now, if you say, well, I can't pay my rent, I can't go pay someone else's rent because I can't even pay mine. That's actually still staying in the effectual plane. What we mean is anyway. It could mean to volunteer somewhere in a way that you do have the available time. You do have resource to offer. It could be spending time serving a friend. It could be taking the $2 that you know won't really help to pay your rent one way or the other and offering it to someone else. There are many ways that you could be of service. It could be a shoulder to cry on. It could be an encouraging word. It could be going to the supermarket and paying someone a compliment and lifting their day, one that you feel genuinely in your heart, of course. But if you need help, be of service, and you will activate the energy of help because you've done it from the inside, where the causal plane is. And so this is a little bit of a spiritual hack that you can utilize. We can talk about some examples of how we can invert the need joyfully back into the expression that will pivot us fully into the causal plane again, into the heart, into the purity of creator essence.